Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm very glad that I can present you some news from the Research Center Juelich and the Helmholtz Association, where it belongs to. And I will tell you first some information about the Helmholtz Association itself, then about the Research Center, and then about the ways how to join us and to have PhD projects or to come to us as a postdoc or as a scientist. The Helmholtz Association has 18 research centers spread all over Germany, and they mainly deal with one subject. For example, there is a research center for environmental research, one for geology, the other for medicine, but there are also mainly two research centers. It's Karlsruhe Institute of Technology and Forschungszentrum Juelich, who are multidisciplinary. And, but all the centers do research in these 6 areas: energy, earth and environment, health, key technologies. I will tell you later on what we mean with this, structure of matter, and transport of space. These centers also deal with big infrastructures. You can see here a ship. One of our centers does polar research and goes with the ship to these regions, or we have, or we use aircraft to do measurements. We have nuclear reactors or big supercomputers, and we, as you see here, we also have a lot of PhD students. As you might have not heard up to now, in Germany only the universities are allowed to give degrees, but there are also PhD students at the research centers. These research centers have cooperations with universities so that you do your project at the centers, and the degree, and you will get the degree from the university. So, for example, in the Helmholtz Association, there are about 25 school labs. That's interesting for us that we attract pupils for natural sciences, because only then we get enough students in these topics. And afterwards we have these structured programs for PhD students, but also for what we call young investigator groups. You've heard this is similar from DAAD. It's a German word, Nachwuchsforscher. We call it young investigator, and I'll also come to this a little bit later. Helmholtz is very international, and we do have offices in Beijing, in Moscow, in Brussels, in New Delhi, and some of our centers still have offices in other countries, like in the US, in France, or in other countries. Coming now to the Juelich Center, it's situated in a forest. I've come to IIT Madras yesterday in the evening. It reminded me to Juelich Research Center, because it's also very beautiful, all the plants and all the trees. And I would say 90% of our research staff its research at this center, but we also have outstations in Munich at a nuclear reactor, in the US at Oak Ridge National Lab, but the center itself is located in the western part of Germany, nearby the Dutch and Belgian border, nearby the cities of Aachen, Bonn and Cologne. And if you would come to us, you also have the opportunity to have very short ways for a weekend, also to go to London, to Paris, to Munich or to Berlin. At the research center, we deal mainly with the areas of information sciences, brain sciences, energy and environment, but also these key technologies which under which we have summarized the subjects of simulation sciences, supercomputing, imaging techniques, structural biology, physics, hadron physics, nuclear physics, because we started 50 years ago with physics, and these are our core competencies. As I've mentioned already, we are in close cooperation with universities. And these are universities of our state of North Rhine-Westphalia, and all our professors hold professorships at these universities, so we have these close cooperations, and also the opportunity that the students of the universities can come to our center. A very strong collaboration we do have with Aachen universities. We have founded the Juelich Aachen Research Alliance, where 165 professors with an annual budget of 500 million deal in areas like brain research, energy research, high performance computing, information technology, and nuclear physics. So just some words to the areas which might be interesting for you. So we are not organized in Institute of Physics, Institute of Chemistry, Institute of Biology, but in special subjects, challenges like brain research, energy systems, and here at the moment we mainly deal with a new brain atlas, with imaging technologies, but also in the information technology area with bioelectronics or spintum and quantum computing. And we have the fastest supercomputer in Europe, ranked at the moment ranked 8 worldwide. In the area of energy and environment, we mainly look for, let's say, green coal technologies, looking for modern power plants, but also for renewable energies, fuel cell, hydrogen research, electrochemistry for batteries, also for photovoltaics, mainly thin layer photovoltaics, but also for materials research for high temperature corrosion materials, but also for extreme environments. We also have a nuclear fusion reactor at our campus, where we are also part of the European within the worldwide project for fusion research called ITER, but also in the area of biotechnology, climate research, and nuclear waste management we are active in. We start with master and diploma students, but that's mainly students doing their thesis and who do their courses at a German university and this might also be Indian students, but they normally come through the university to our research centers. Another path is with PhD students. They can contact us directly, as well as young postdocs or these investigator group leaders. Where do those young students come from? I think it's similar to what you have seen from DAAD. It's from the European Commission, but also loads from Asia. At the moment, a lot from China. So I hope that the session today can help us also to increase the amount of Indian students. We have a special graduate school for energy and climate. So they get offered a structured program, and they also give fellowships. And we do this together with I think 6 universities, and they students who have sent us their application and which we have chosen that they might get fellowship, they are invited for 1 week to Juelich, and they will have presentations, and we will show them all the institutes, and afterwards the final decision will be made. Another opportunity is the German Research School for Simulation Sciences, because nowadays the fourth pillar of science is, besides theoretical sciences, experimental sciences, is simulation sciences, where you need a supercomputer. And this graduate school, we do this together with Aachen University. And here we also offer master courses together with Aachen, but also PhD projects. And all areas where the necessity exists to solve problems with a supercomputer can join this school. So engineers or bachelors who are from physics, chemistry can join this school. Yes, funding programs. So normally we offer fellowships for every students who we want to come to Juelich, and either from our own budget or through, or we help them to ask for DAAD or DAAD fellowships or for Humboldt fellowships, and also through projects financed by German ministries or the European Commission. But there are also Helmholtz-wide programs. So there is the so-called Helmholtz postdoc program. The next call is in spring 2015. The exact month hasn't been decided yet, but the candidates have to apply directly at the Helmholtz centers, not at the main office of the Helmholtz Association. And if they get also the kind of invitation letter from the Helmholtz Center, they will send the application together to the Helmholtz main office, and there an evaluation committee will choose the candidates who will get offered the fellowship for the postdoc time of 1 or 2 years. The next thing is the Helmholtz Young Investigator Groups. Also the next spring, the next call is in spring next year. And for this program you have to have your PhD already for 2 years, and you have had you should have had research already after your PhD. But if you get such a group, you will have your own salary, you have money to employ additional PhD students, you have a 5 years perspective, a 10-year option, but you should do this together with the university as well. This is my last slide. We are also very active in India. Dr. Voivode mentioned our India office. Just this year we have moved from Mumbai to Delhi. Dr. Ashwani Arya is our representative here in Delhi. We are a member of the German House for Research and Innovation, and you are welcome to get in contact with them to know more about the opportunities. Thank you very much for your attention, and that's our new slogan, Finding Tomorrow Today. So we start with new ideas, but also with young children. Thank you very much.